About 500 children had been receiving education in this Kramatorsk school before the full-scale invasion of Russia into the territory of Ukraine. The Russian invaders have completely destroyed the building with 2 missile strikes. And this school is only one of 600 affected educational institutions in the Donetsk region over the past 6 months. A 17-year-old boy, Alexander, has finished 9 grades at this school. He remembers how he was spending all his free time with friends in the schoolyard and was working out daily on the sports ground.
There were good teachers, pleasant, there was a good renovation at the school.
How do you feel about the damage?
Consider I have spent all my childhood here. I was going out here, and I still do. This is my neighborhood, my home. It is clear that it will be sad now.
This is all what's left of the school library. Raisa had been working here for more than 40 years, collecting now the remnants of the literature books that have survived the fire. She recalls how in the library, for the first time after it being hit by Russian shelling, she saw destruction in it.
It was a shock, such a shock. At first I couldn't believe it, but then when I came in and saw all this and the smoke that had begun to spread about the houses, I already felt it.
During the 6 months of a full-scale invasion, more than 260 schools have been damaged due to shelling by Russian army in the Donetsk region. Of these, 3 dozen are completely destroyed. In Bakhmut, out of 11 schools, only 2 survived. But in Avdiivka, there is not a single survived school.
It is clear that the damage is of a different extent. There are schools such as the first one, for example, which cannot be restored at all, and it is necessary to rebuild it from scratch. But there are also schools in which roofs, facades, windows are partially damaged. It can be said that schools have been significantly damaged.
The new academic year in this region will be held remotely. The regional military administration says that if the situation in the region is stable, there is a possibility that schools will be able to switch to a stationary form of education, but under the condition that shelters will be prepared in each educational institution.
We have already examined 136 out of 159 institutions. That is 85.5%. I want to say that 8 institutions are fully ready and the facilities have received a positive opinion. There are minor flaws in 11 of institutions that need to be eliminated if the institution starts working offline, and we still need to work on 14 of them.
More than 80,000 school-age children have been evacuated from the Donetsk region together with their parents since the end of February. Their education will also take place remotely at the schools where they study stationary or is provided for at the new place of registration. In total, 600 educational institutions have been damaged or destroyed in the Donetsk region. These are universities, academies, kindergartens and schools. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Olena Gramova, UATV News.